Hey guys, how you doing? Right here again. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, it's Nitro Kyosho. Well, today I figured I'd make a two-part video. One, you've heard me in the past talk about Thunder Power. I've been using them now for all of my machines, for the 500 T-Rex there, for the 450 Pro, and now for the Sab Goblin. So what I'm going to do is a review on the battery, and I'm going to do a review on this helicopter because people have been asking me a lot about it, and I've flown it enough now where I can make some decisions and tell you guys some things about it. And I'll tell you a little bit about the battery change that I made and a few other things. This, like I said, this will be a two-part video, and there's going to also be a flight demo probably done this weekend with this battery, because when I used it for the first time, the only thing that came to mind was wow. I was using the pulse batteries on this helicopter, guys, and I really wasn't getting the performance out of it or the kick that I wanted out of it. So I figured I'm using the Thunder Powers on my other helicopters, and I'm very happy with them. I've put out a couple of videos of the 500, and you can actually hear the power and the thunder coming out of the power. They are nasty batteries, guys. They give a lot of power when you need it and a lot of punch. And so I was so impressed with the ones that I had, the G870C 2700s for the T-Rex back here, the 500, that I figured I think I need one for this. So what I have here is the newest of the Thunder Power line. This is the G8 Pro Force 70C. It's got a 140C burst, and this is the 4400 milliamp pack. I was running 4500 milliamps in there before. And remember, before we go any further, break these batteries in, guys, before you go any further. At least 3 hovers, no idle up, 3 minutes. Set your timer on your controller, and it really takes that many times, guys, the chemistry in the battery and the chemicals to mix and to gel properly and to get your full potential power. I don't like to drain them out of the 3.90 range. I like to stay in there. Don't dip into the 3.80s. Stay at like 3.95, 3.92, anywhere in that range. Don't drain these things down when you're breaking them in. And like I said, at least 3 flights, guys, okay? I did a test with this battery already. It's been broken in. And all I can say is wow. I mean, it turned this machine into a powerhouse. I'm running the Scorpion 4020 1350 kV motor. I changed that out. I had the 4020 1100, which wasn't enough for this machine. And with the addition of this battery, oh my God. I put out a little teaser video for you guys, and some of you guys have seen it and commented on it. But literally, this battery, I can stand this helicopter, guys, straight up in the air and drive it the length of a football field. We timed it in about 2 to 3 seconds. This battery is scary, guys. That's all I can say. It really turned this into a different machine. The power that comes out of these batteries is amazing. And you can hear it now, guys. You can see the proof. I put out the video, at least 2 or 3 videos with that helicopter, with the ones down over here, the 70C 2700s. And I mean, the guys at my field are like blown away by these batteries. And they just can't believe it. Get yourself one and you'll see the power out of these things, and you won't look back, guys. And like I said in my other video I put out, I have batteries here that are from 2009. I've been using them, and back then I didn't even know how to do it right, like I said in the other video. And these batteries were abused and beat up and everything else, and they're basically still, they'll go up to, this is for the 450, 3 cells, and you check these things, they still go up to 4.20 per cell. Balance perfect and charge perfect after all the abuse. And you know, I didn't even know what I was doing back when I first started with these LiPo batteries, and I wasn't educated with them, you know, and they still work. I mean, 2009 to now, and they're still taking a charge and balancing, and they don't lose power. If you leave them on the shelf for a couple of weeks, you'll go back and they might be down like 4.18, 4.7, but they're still right up there, and they work. That's what's impressive about Thunder Power. That's why I'm sticking with them, and I'm using them, as you see, on all my helicopters now. The endurance of the battery, the longevity of them, but you have to take care of these batteries too, guys. You know, it's part on us too. You know, we have to charge these things and balance them properly. I use, somebody was asking me, the charger I use. I did a video on this you can check out. This is the TP610C AC/DC charger, and it can do the NIMH and NiCads. Give you a brief quick overview. 1 to 6 cells it goes up to for the LiPos, 1 to 14 for the NIMH and NiCad, and does a great job, and it's a good solid charger. I haven't had any problems with it. It's easy to program, and if you have any problems, there's a wonderful gentleman at Thunder Power, guys. Good customer service there. He'll walk you through it and teach you how to set anything up you need to set up in that charger if you have any problems. They got very good customer service there and people that can answer your questions. So anyways, that's it for talking about the batteries. I'm going to give a brief overview of this. Guys are still asking me to compare it to that helicopter back there, and I refuse to. I am not going to do a versus video. I've made that decision. They're both great machines. We'll leave that one alone for now. Let's talk about this one. The Sab Goblin 500. It is light, it is fast, and with this battery it is powerful and it is scary. I've been flying for years, guys, and when I got done with this one, I stood this thing up and drove it the length of the field standing straight up like this. My knees were shaking and my hands were shaking, and I haven't had that adrenaline rush or felt that way in a long time. And I like the Goblin. Don't ask me endurance questions, guys. I haven't put it in the dirt, so I don't know how this thing will hold together. I know how the T-Rexes hold together. They're tough. But I can't give you an analysis of that because I have not, thank God, I haven't put it into the ground. But it is light, it is fast, and it is powerful. And it's very agile. I think that it handles like a very big machine. It's swinging the 500mm blades. It's very super stable. You can fly this thing easy, guys, like a scale flyer, and it'll lullaby you to sleep, or you can get into this thing with some nasty 3D and really throw it around and scare yourself, and probably some passerbyers watching. I like the layout. I like the way they designed most of the stuff on here. I think I would have probably, the canopy is a little hard to get on. It takes some doing. I think I would definitely have widened the area in the canopy here a little bit to make it easier to go around where the servo linkage arms are. I like the skid design, the breakaway points and everything. I did have a problem. I put a video out about the swash plate. I had pulled the bearing out of it, if you want to check that out, but we got that taken care of. That seems to be a common problem with a lot of the helicopters nowadays. A lot of guys were complaining about the expensive tail boom. You know, it is what it is, guys. I mean, you know, mechanical failures and things happen, but you know what, on the other side of it, if you're building a $1,500 helicopter, guys, you shouldn't be crashing anymore. You shouldn't be putting them in the ground. That may sound a little arrogant, but it's not meant to be, guys. It's basically, people will say, well, it's expensive to fix if you crash it. Yeah, it is. But so is a T-Rex of the same, you know, or any other helicopter. It's going to cost you money to fix them, guys. You shouldn't be putting them in the dirt when you're at the level of a helicopter of this expense. And if you don't fly beyond your means, you shouldn't be crashing a lot, okay? The belt design I was a little weary of. It doesn't have the free spinningness of the T-Rex when it's on the table. We did a video about that. But it does put some power out. When it's up in the air, it's got the power. So spinning or not, loosely spinning on the ground, it spins up in the air, and that's, I guess, all that matters. This obviously is the first model of this, first generation 500, so I'm sure they're going to improve on things that they find faulty or whatever have you down the road. I know they upgraded the main gear. That has more carbon in it and a steel casing on top, heavy-duty gear. And they put the steel pinion too instead of the aluminum. They said they were having problems with people with Extreme 3D melting the gears. So that's something they lived and learned upon too. But generally, I think they did a pretty good job with this helicopter as for a first design. I mean, they were going off the designs of the 700 and the 630. And, you know, we see it with Align, we see it with Guy, we see it with all the companies. They're going to upgrade things and change things down the road. That's just the way it is. It's a constant competition, guys. But as far as, like I said, it's very agile. It can fly hard and it can fly soft. And I think it was a beautiful design. That's what really attracted me to it. The metals seem to be pretty good on it, and the plastics and everything, the links. But like I said, you know, it is a first generation, so they'll change things down the road. I like the servo layout on it, the way they designed that. They're easy to access, easy to change, clean, fix, whatever have you. The battery tray is kind of a, you know, a copycat of like the Aligns with the slide in, like the 700s, the way they slide in and lock in. But still a good design on here. And the carbon fiber, you know, I heard some complaints about that. The carbon fiber on this helicopter, the frame, guys, is just as thick as that. I measured it with a dial caliper, so. But more or less, I don't want to get off the beaten track. This is a flight review. This weekend we'll be putting out, providing the weather is decent here in Connecticut, we'll be doing hopefully a good video of this with the Thunder Power battery. I've seen what it can do, and now you guys are going to see what it can do. Give Thunder Power a chance, guys. They're great batteries. I think from all the different batteries I've tried and gone through, I think they're definitely the best out there, hands down. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on this thing. Don't wait for a versus video, guys, against the T-Rex 500, because you're never going to see it from me. I like both the machines, and I'm going to leave it at that. And anyways, that's all I got to say. I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked what I had to say about the batteries and about this machine. I would definitely say this: I don't regret buying it, and I don't think you guys will either. And I don't think you guys would regret picking up a Thunder Power battery and trying one out, because you're going to see a demonstration of the power. You've seen the demonstration of the power, and you've heard it from that helicopter. Now you're going to see it from this one. And so look for that video, and we'll talk to you soon, guys. Take care. And if you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyo Show.